Alright, what is up guys? So I know this content is way different than what I usually post, but it's my video, so fuck you. Anyways, you guys have probably heard of The Walking Dead, whether it be the game, the TV show, or the comic. But for today, we're going to be solely focusing on The Walking Dead TV show. Also, sorry for posting this so late, but to make up for it, I will post another video next week. So yeah, anyways, let's get straight into this. So first off, let me read out the definition of paradox. So it says in the Oxford Languages that paradox means a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement or proposition that when investigated or explained may prove to be well-founded or true. So to simplify what they are trying to say, they mean something that sounds wrong but is in fact correct. Now that we have the definition, we must be asking ourselves, what in The Walking Dead seems like a paradox? Well, based on their world, I would say walkers, which is another term for zombies, are a paradox. I mean, they seemingly are unrealistic and don't make any sense. However, they do exist in the Walking Dead world, and that is why they are a paradox. Now, why doesn't the concept of walkers make sense? Well, first off, let's exclude the ideology that they're zombies and therefore don't make sense, but instead take a deeper approach into the anatomy of these walkers and how absurd it is. So first off, how the fuck are they moving? Now, in the show, it explains that walkers can move because the brain is still functioning. However, all human traits have been erased. Now, I guess this kinda makes sense until we take a look at this video. Now, here we see this walker has its upper body still intact, however, the bottom half is missing, but this walker is still alive, growling and moving its arms. Now, how in the actual fuck does this make sense? Well, walkers, like humans, have muscles which may still be intact, and the brain controls these muscles, which allow for the walker, though cut in half, to still move those parts. But then we must ask ourselves, how the fuck is the brain still functioning when the walker is cut in half? Well, we know it's some sort of virus that everyone in the world has, and once killed it will become a walker unless you destroy the brain. That being said, it must be the virus that's still keeping the walkers alive, and we know that viruses can be parasites, therefore parasites are allowing the brain to function so the walkers can move. This also may explain why walkers feed on other animals to survive, and yes, the show talks about how walkers can starve to death, i.e. the parasites must need raw meat like other carnivorous animals to survive. That is why fuckers like this are still alive and other fuckers like this are dead. Now, it seems the unrealistic has been explained, and it mostly has. However, we still haven't discussed why, even though everyone has contracted the virus, but only those infected with the walker's blood turn. For this, we have to really get on our thinking caps. I mean, this seriously was a difficult question to answer, but after some long hours, I have come to the conclusion that it is the parasite's fault. When humans are alive, they can control their brains. However, if they die, they obviously can't control it anymore, and when no one is using the brain, the parasite can now take over, which is why death automatically makes someone turn into a walker. But how does the transfer of walker blood make a human turn? Well, when the walker has successfully turned, it now has control over the blood and can therefore get stronger, meaning walker blood is the parasite at its most powerful stage. That's why when a walker bites someone and the blood on their gum touches the now infected wound, the person turns. The lethal parasite has now become strong enough where once it's in your body, it can now take over the brain. Now we have seen the big picture, which once didn't make sense, but is still logically true, therefore making it a pretty complex paradox. Just to note, this isn't necessarily true, but just an assumption based on the knowledge we have received from the show. We honestly will never know the truth unless it is explained to us by the creators of the show. Anyways, that's about it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. My Twitter link will be in the description, so don't forget to follow, and have a great fucking rest of your day.